Welcome back, my beautiful light beings. Welcome back to the channel. This is Good Ritual, and if you are new to this magical space, hello, my name is adielarosa. I am a spiritual advisor, a practicing witch, a healer from thestrangehaven.com, and here on this beautiful, magnificent, glorious YouTube channel, I create timeless pick-a-card readings, as well as channeled messages and monthly tarot readings and other spiritually related videos. Now, if that sounds nice and juicy and it resonates with your soul and you want to see more of this content on your feed, go ahead and click the subscribe button, join us here at Good Ritual, and click the bell so you guys can be notified whenever a new video drops. Now, without further ado, this video is going to be the messages from our ancestors. So I have 6 piles here for you guys to choose from. These are going to be messages from your ancestors, from your spirit guides, whoever that you turn to kind of get guidance for. But this is in the context of your ancestors, the people that came before you, the people that are have passed down their lineage, their seed, their legacy, their energy down to you, into your existence. So 6 piles here right in front of you. Maybe I'll add some magical stuff here to help you guys zone in to the piles. But go ahead and pick whichever one resonates with you. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, pile number 5, and lastly, pile number 6 right here at the end. So go ahead and zone in, take a deep breath, and pick whichever one resonates with you. And I will see you at your timestamps. They will be linked down below in the description box. All right, you guys, so see you at your... All right, number 1, here are your messages from your ancestors. These are going to be the messages that they want to relay to you right now at this time. This is a timeless reading. So the first 3 cards are going to tell me the type of energies that are working in your life and the messages that your ancestors are trying to relay to you according to that. All right, so first off the bat, for your inner world, we have the 4 of Wands here. So what's generating inside of you, the inside psyche of yourself, and the outer self, the outer world. For you, number 1, we have the Sun of Cups in reverse here. And so this is how things are being reflected out, or what's happening around you here, okay? And for your advice, we have the Daughter of Wands. So this is the main type of energy that your ancestors want you to kind of step into, okay? So let's talk about our tarot before we get into anything else. So with the 4 of Wands here, I feel that your ancestors are really they're really seeing that you are, they want to tell you that they can see that you have a strong understanding with what and who you are and what you want to do in the world. And you're feeling very good inside, very celebratory, of kind of making this connection with what you want to do in the world. You're also just having a really fun time. You could be, because you have this newfound discovery of yourself and what you really want to do in the world, you could be just, exerting this energy by going out and spending time with friends or just reconnecting with people, that type of activity, because you just feel so understood and you feel so understood by yourself, not really by others, but just having a deep understanding, those core foundational, those 4 pillars of really how you want to direct your life. So there's the understanding of what you want to build, okay, and how you want to create a happy life. And that's really good. You're inside, you're in this really good energy about yourself, really. But with your outer world, we have the Sun of Cups in reverse here. So with this card, I feel that your ancestors are really telling you that there is some type of emotional blockage here, creative blockage. Your intuition is blocked here, your ancestors want to tell you. You're not able to really take what you've discovered about yourself and how you want to kind of create your life according to that. There's just this blockage. You're not able to kind of take those ideas, those newfound discoveries about self, and bring it into your reality, bring it into life, and start creating and building in the physical, okay? And so with the Son of Cups here, this could be, you know, arguing. This could be a relationship that's just turning sour, or a relationship that never really took off, you know, that's kind of stagnant here, that are, you know, I'm also hearing manipulation. And this could be somebody that really says that they're about something, but doesn't really live up to what they say that they are. So I'm really seeing this as a distraction. Whoever this could be just friends, this could be a family member, this could be a lover. This could really be also you, something that is blocking you, some type of behavior that is blocking you from really creating in the physical world what you've kind of discovered inside. So with the Daughter of Wands here, number one, this is your ancestors really telling you that you need to let go of the old. They want you to really let go of the old and move forward into new adventures. The Daughter of Wands is very much like full type of energy, and this is like a brand new start. This is following your passions, following what feels good, you know, following that breadcrumb of instant gratification. And sometimes people can say, oh, you know, you can't live this life of instant gratification, which is completely true. You won't be fully satisfied if you're just looking for those breadcrumbs. But they want you to start looking at life in that kind of sense of like, what feels good? Stop directing your energy towards this like disappointment, emotional disappointments here that is showing up in your physical outer world. Okay, so they really want you to be guided towards new lands and take this new adventure, you know, completely new adventure here. All right, so let's go into the next messages from your ancestors. We have the Homeward Bound, Creative Explosion, and we also have the Huntsman here for you, number one. All right, this is really beautiful. So with the Homeward Bound card, I feel that your ancestors are here to tell you that you are so close to finding that place that feels like home. You're not quite there yet because there's some type of distraction, some type of blockage here that's preventing you from really taking what you have found inside and bringing it into the physical reality. It's going to take you moving out of this space of dealing with old friends or dealing with an old lover, or even this could be a toxic family member that is just draining you emotionally. But they really want to tell you that you're very close. This is like the last step that you really need to be brave and move forward, or be brave enough to kind of move past. And you're so close to getting to this place where you feel safe and you feel at home, you feel understood, you feel like this will be a place that you can relax. So this doesn't necessarily have to be a physical place. It could be that, but this is mostly just feeling just like so comfortable in yourself. So if you're holding on to a relationship because you feel that that's all that you can get, or you're holding on to a group of friends, because with the Four of Wands here, this can be a very celebratory kind of spirit, going out and hanging out with people that don't really align with what you really want to do in the world. If you're holding on to those types of relationships, you know, because you feel like you can't get anything else or anything better, you can't find people that are really aligned with what you want to do in life, or how you feel, or how you want to be treated, your ancestors are here to tell you that you are so close to reaching that place. Okay, it's really about taking that step through the next door here that's opening up for you. Okay, and so with the Creative Explosion here, number one, I feel that your ancestors are really telling you that They want you to align yourself with your creative energy, okay? And that could be taking some of your focus off of these arguments, the emotional disappointment, the people that are not really living up to what they say they're going to do, or just like petty drama at the club kind of stuff. I'm hearing your ancestors really want you to focus your creative energy on what you really want to create and to experience in life. And it could be as easy as that. It's just diverting your attention, redirecting your attention towards what you're truly wanting to create in the world. So start really focusing on what you've discovered already, whether that is a certain lifestyle that you want to start living, or this could be projects, actual creative projects that you want to start and bring into reality. Really start focusing on your creative energy here. All right. And with the Huntsman card here, I feel that your ancestors are telling you, number one, that you need to stay focused on the goal here. There is a lot of distractions here. It could be just friends, hanging out with friends. And it's not necessarily kicking those friends to the curb, but really giving your attention to those goals that you really want to start flourishing in your life. It's all about directing your intention, okay? Directing your energy towards what you want to flow in your life, okay? And so they want you to stay focused on the goal. They want you to see this as like you're hunting here. This is about the hunt, okay? There's going to take effort. There's going to take patience. There's going to take getting quiet, okay? And really staying focused on what you're trying to take down, what you're trying to tackle in life. So they really want you to start applying this type of like hunter kind of energy where you point your arrow is where you want it to go. All right. So really get focused on what you're trying to create here, because you're so close with creating that safe home, that new beginning. I want to say new beginning because they have the flower of life here on the homeward bound card. This is about planting new seeds. Also with the Daughter of Wands, that's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to go on a brand new adventure, okay? And that is going to require of leaving the old narrative, okay? Leaving the old lifestyle, leaving the old people, the people that no longer reflect who you really are, what you've really discovered about yourself, the people that are really just distractions and leave you emotionally drained. Those people that you've been already connected to for some time now, okay? They really want you to set the intention of moving away from that and focus on what you're trying to create here in the physical reality in life. All right, number one. So with the Isis card, let's talk about this. The Isis High Priestess card here. Your ancestors are telling you, number one, that there is definitely some type of intuition block here with this distraction. There's just too much energy going to this Son of Cups here, okay? And they're really trying to communicate with you. They are really in a way of like, the way ancestors work, if you don't know, is that especially when you're trying to work on something, like bring something into like attract money, manifest a home, I'm hearing manifest a career, you know, even if that's just going to school or like entrepreneurism, like if that's something that you want to start doing and really like you've kind of discovered what you're passionate about and you really want to go on this new adventure. How ancestors work is that they bring you ideas, and that's what I feel that this Isis card, the High Priestess card, is. They really want you to get quiet and start focusing in the inner so they can start connecting with you and becoming aware, okay? But you can't do that when you're connected to certain people, I'm hearing, and you can't do that when this is a distraction. So they're really trying to communicate with you. They want you to know that they're trying to communicate with you and send knowledge, send occult knowledge. So this could be like, you know, you want to start a new business or you want to get a house, and so they're trying to send you this information. That's how ancestors work. They'll send you the housing listings. You'll stumble upon new ideas for your creative projects, or You will be aligned with the certain people that are going to help you on this journey. So they're really trying to communicate with you in that way. So they want you to know that, to get clear with in your headspace. And that's going to take eliminating this Son of Cups, whatever it is. It could be just also focusing on emotional disappointment, like things that are disappointing in your life, that your failures, you know, this could be a sign of self-sabotage in some type of way. Okay, just focusing on the negative here. But most of this, I feel that most of you number ones are really focusing on people that don't really align with you, and that are kind of not, that could be, you know, people that you argue with. Okay, and with the White Lady, Mother of Pearls card here, I feel like your ancestors, they're here to tell you that you are using, there's a misuse of your personal power here, and you're just freely giving away this personal power. So this could be just like I said, going out to the club, spending too much time like on things that are not going to help you grow your dreams. This could be giving a lot of attention and love and care to people that are here just trying to manipulate you, trying to use you, you know, through an exchange of some sort, and just giving away your personal power. This also speaks of addiction as well. So I feel that your ancestors are here telling you that, you know, you're becoming a little bit obsessive, you're becoming a little bit addicted to the pain body. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look into Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. He speaks on the pain body. So becoming addicted to feeling pain, starting these arguments because it's just like an energy that is resonance, that resonates within us already. So it's like creating petty drama, and just like arguing. So I feel that you become addicted. They want you to know that you become addicted to like this type of energy, these types of people that put you down, that don't really give to you the way you give to them. Okay, so that is definitely a message for some of you guys. And this card also speaks of sexual energy as well. And with the Totally Bananas card we have here, this also speaks of sexual energy as well, and in a way of like giving out this energy. You don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know where you're directing your energy. Okay, so it's almost like, you know, this speaks of sex. This could very much speak of sex. So this could be very much like exchanging energy with someone that doesn't really want to build with you, doesn't really see that type of life with you, and is just like really using you for play. You could be just really using them for play, or you just really know what the situation is. This could be like, you know, not an actual relationship here, but there are some type of emotional disappointments, emotional attachments to this person. And so this really speaks of like just, you know, sex is a very powerful energy. Even sex with yourself, like if you're masturbating, that is a very creative, powerful energy here. So I feel that your ancestors, this might be a little bit too much, but I feel like your ancestors are here to tell you, some of you number ones, that you're misusing your creative energy, whether that's in the form of sex, and you need to take some time away from this situation because that's all it is. And you need to take time to kind of take that energy, draw it in, and apply it towards your goals. Or this could be just exchanging with people. Like you should be taking this energy, instead of exchanging with these people, like going out and hanging out with these people and, you know, participating in these activities that don't really like stimulate you, but you're just throwing your energy towards it. They're really here to tell you that you need to draw back and see and become aware of the energy that you are emitting out. Is it really directing it towards where you really want things to grow? Okay, and with sex, because I really feel like with a lot of you number ones, this is a relationship that a situationship, I should say. This is a situationship where you're just giving a lot of your energy. You're wrapped up in the emotional disappointment, trying to keep somebody, and this person is just a distraction. They don't even like, you know, we'll get into this card. They don't even really want the best for you, you know? And so I feel that This could be very much that type of situation, and sex is a very powerful energy. Very powerful energy in creation, okay, in creating. A lot of people don't know that sex is magic, okay, and it can be used for our benefit. And especially if this is someone that you don't love, and you know that doesn't love you, you're creating absolutely chaos within your life. That's the only thing that's going to be created, especially with this type of energy with the Son of Cups here. This is like emotional disappointment. This is manipulation. This isn't love, okay? This isn't love. This isn't even care, because you don't really need to love someone in order to participate in that type of activity like sex or sexual acts. It could be fun, you know, it could be that type of fun, creative energy, you know, in the moment, instant gratification type of satisfaction, you know. But with the Siren card here, we also have the Siren card, and this card talks about being tempted, being seduced, okay, that type of lustful type of energy and desire. Okay, so with the Siren card, I feel that your ancestors are here telling you that you are being distracted. You are tempted and you're being seduced by someone that doesn't really have the best interest for you. And you're putting all of your energy into this, and it's not going to manifest into what you truly want, which is something that is safe and home and that is comfortable and that you could be yourself. Okay, a foundational core of your life. That's not going to manifest here with this Son of Cups here, whatever that is, whether that's your friends or a lover or a family member. It's not going to manifest here. So they're telling you with the Siren card that, you know, because also with the sirens, they're mermaids. Mermaids used to be called sirens, and they would be out at sea. The seamen would be out there at sea, and they would come across a mermaid, a siren. And they called them sirens because they were singing this luring, mesmerizing, hypnotic song, and it would just stop the seamen in their tracks, and they would just be hypnotized, okay, by this beautiful creature singing this mystical song to them. And often these seamen would crash their ships at sea, and they would blame it on like a beautiful woman, a mermaid, a siren in the sea. So this card, I feel that your ancestors are telling, like, you're being seduced, and you're it's not even for the right reasons. This person doesn't care if you crash, and that's really why they're urging you, like, you need to move away from the old, you need to move into new lands, because you're going to crash if you continue on with this type of energy with the Son of Cups. All right, so let's go ahead and move into our last message from our ancestors. What are the last messages from our ancestors for number one? What are the ancestors trying to relay? Okay. It says, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So a lot of you guys are struggling with faith of letting go, and, you know, feeling that if you do let go, will I find a place that I feel safe and I feel home, and that I'm cared for and that I'm nourished at? I feel like you have to have a little faith, and the more that you lean into, like, you know, believing in something new, believing that something is better out there for you, number one, whether that is really disconnecting from a family member and saying, like, will I ever feel like I am taken care of? Will I ever have this closeness with somebody? Even if that's disconnecting with a family member or friends or a lover, or even disconnecting with that place from yourself that loves to rehash the negative emotional disappointments in our lives, you need to have faith that if you let go of that, you will fall into peace. And I know for sure if you just take a few steps away from this, you'll realize that it's more peaceful without these people around, and you're able to open up and get reconnected with that knowledge that's going to push your dreams into reality, okay? That's going to unblock you. All right, so let's see. What is another message for number one from their ancestors? What is the message that the ancestors are trying to relay for number one? Okay, so we have, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Number one, stay focused. your energy flows where your intention goes, okay? Number one, it's time to get really clear on what you really want to experience, okay? And start focusing on that. And I know that the Daughter of Wands would not show up if you were satisfied. It would not show up. If you were completely satisfied in your life and what you're doing, this would not show up. This is an indication that you need to move forward onto new things and start looking at what really satisfies you in life, okay? Number one, really start to focus on what you want to manifest and not all this stagnant energy here, okay? So last message, what is the last message for number one? What is the last message that the ancestors are trying to relay for them? Okay, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am loved and miracles are natural. Miracles happen all the time. Number one, I feel that, you're really stuck in a pain body. You're stuck in the negative, even if this is like, you're just stuck in that energy. Like we've all been there, of messing with people that is not good for you, but you're addicted to this person. You're addicted to the sex, and so it might be that type of situation where once you let go, you just got to keep reminding yourself that I need to do what's best for me, what's healthy for me, what's healthy for my dreams. And this person or this situation is a distraction here. I'm going to crash and burn if I keep messing with this person or this situation, or just, exerting all of my energy towards like the party life, okay? So it might be that type of energy that you have to remind yourself that, I love myself, and miracles happen. My dreams can happen. It's just going to take me staying focused. So those are your messages, number one, from your ancestors. I hope this reading was insightful. I hope it resonated. If you know what all of this is about, number one, let me know down below, and I will see you in my next video. Peace. All right, number two, here are your messages from your ancestors. These are going to be the first three cards are going to tell me the type of energy that your life is in and the type of messages that your ancestors are trying to relay to you, okay? So here in your inner world, we have the Six of Discs in reversed here. So this is the type of energy that is being generated within you in your inner world here, okay? How things are feeling. And in the outer world, we have the Ace of Cups here in reverse. All right, so this is how your inner world, your outer world is looking, your outer self, the things that are happening in your life. And for the advice, the main energy that your ancestors want you to start stepping in is the Eight of Wands. Okay, so let's start here with our tarot cards first. All right, so with the Six of Discs here, number two, I feel that your ancestors want you to know that they see that you feel very used. You feel used in this situation. They feel that you are lacking resources. Somebody has taken from you. Somebody has mistreated you. There has been a unbalanced exchange here in your life, and so you're kind of pulling away. I want to say that you're pulling away from people, okay? You're pulling away from people, from exchanging with others, or you can just really feel like nobody is really here for you. There's no one really here to exchange and kind of like everybody needs connection. There's no one to really connect with during this really tough time right now in your life. So with the Ace of Cups here, this is your outer world. It's in reverse. So I feel that your ancestors are aware that you're not in the best of spaces right now emotionally. They can feel that you are becoming depressed. You're becoming, filled with anxiety. I feel like mostly this is about depression, just feeling very sad about what has been taken from you, how you've been treated, how there's, you know, you're feeling very alone, uncared for right now. And this is, I feel that this is very like, you're pulling away. You're really, and also in a way you're suppressing your emotions as well. So this could be past trauma with the 6 of disc, where you feel that you have been taken from you, or there's some type of abuse here. This could be very much past trauma, like childhood trauma, or just recent trauma of somebody misusing you, okay? And so this is also just being suppressing that emotion, those emotions from that event in your life. Okay, so with the 8 of Wands, I feel that your ancestors are telling you like it's time to move on. So this could be a relationship that has ended, and it's really time to move on from this. This could, most of you, number 2s, this is, you know, trauma that you're processing, but you're not processing it. You're either staying very depressed, or you're not really admitting that there is something wrong here. But with the 8 of Wands, your ancestors want you to start moving forward with great speed. Start communicating how you're feeling. Start talking to yourself, even if it's talking to a camera, okay? And I don't know why that's coming up, but even if it's talking to a camera or to a voice recorder, you know, or talking to a specialist, a therapist, or a family member, or a friend, start communicating how you feel. And that could be one step of moving forward and moving past this, or just processing it, really moving forward into a better space, number 2. Okay, so we also have, let's get into the next messages that your ancestors have for you, number 2. We have the end of days. We have heal thyself. Okay. And we have refuge. Okay. Wow. Okay, number 2. So with the end of days, I feel that your ancestors are telling you that this period is over. Okay, it is time. You're going through a portal. It's time to really move forward into the next reality. You know, when we think of portals or black holes, we think of like you shifting drastically into a new space, into a new energy. So I feel like this is your ancestors telling you like this is emerging, this is happening. Okay, and maybe that's why you're in depression. You're having a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression. It could be because you suppressed a lot of of what has happened, but now it's time to really make this transition into the next reality, into the next chapter of your life. Okay, and they're here guiding you through it. Believe me, that's what your ancestors are telling you. They're here, they're showing up, and that's why the 8 of Wands is here, because they're helping you. They really want to move you into this new space where you can begin to be more healthier. And with the Heal Thyself card, I feel that this is your ancestors really telling you that it's time to really start focusing on how you can start healing yourself, healing this depression, healing this sadness, this broken heart. Start healing the anxiety. This could be taking time to breathe, because this card talks a lot about breathing techniques and beginning to breathe. And it also has a lotus flower here, and this always symbolizes to me that, you know, you could have came from something really dark, but you're going to emerge, because that's what lotus flowers do. They emerge from dark, murky waters, and there's just this, they're a beautiful flower, the symbol of enlightenment. So I feel like your ancestors are telling you like you're gonna come through this, you're gonna move through this very dark phase in life, but you have to put in the effort to really start healing yourself and start really taking this depression or this anxiety or these, you know, these feelings seriously, in a way of like looking for ways that you can start healing yourself. Now with the refuge card here, we have, I feel like your ancestors are telling you like this, it's time to really start thinking about creating a space that is safe for you, okay? And really start disconnecting from the people that are in your life. And that might sound weird, but I feel like maybe this person that has misused you or has abused you, or, you know, they could be lingering around. So I feel that your ancestors are kind of telling you to like move into more safer space, start creating and putting up your boundaries and creating your safe haven, okay, where you are safe, where you can feel really safe, so you can begin this healing process, okay, because you can't heal in the same place that you got sick. Okay, so that's coming up for me. Now, for you, number 2. Now, let's move into the next messages. We have the mother's milk, like a bubble. Wow, okay, and then we have horseplay, number 2. Wow. And we have cutting through. And then I'm just going to put this one down too. We have a mystic card for you, okay, number 2. All right. So with the mother's milk card, number 2, I feel that your ancestors are here to tell you that you are a little bit sick for spirituality. You need it, okay? This is the time to really dive deep into spiritual practices, meditation, to start really healing you. This card speaks of connecting to the original source, that nourishment, that milk, that original nourishment, which is source energy, okay? So this is meditation, getting really quiet in the mind so you can start analyzing the root of things, I'm hearing. So really connecting to source energy through meditation. And now that's really hard. There's other spiritual practices that are meditative, like they call it walking meditation, where you go into nature and you just become fully aware of your environment here, okay? Becoming very fully aware of your environment. Like with nature is very healing, and it is, they are the nature, the trees, the plants, the flowers, the water, the earth. It's all streaming from the same energy that we are streaming from, source energy. And when you connect with nature, you are able to really easily connect with source energy, with creative energy here. Now with the like a bubble card, I feel that your ancestors are telling you to really look at life as a series of events that you are passing through, so you don't just get stuck. Because this Ace of Cups here, okay, in your outer worlds here, you're getting stuck in the past, in the pain body, okay? And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the pain body, look into Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. That is all about the pain body. He talks all about it. Okay, but that is about like becoming addicted to a certain thing that's happened to you, certain situations, and it activates the pain. It just keeps triggering. So you're stuck in the past here, okay? And it's time to get into the now. We have Heal Thyself that talks about meditation, and the Mother's Milk that talks about meditation. And so it's time to really start looking and observing these series of events, this abuse, this disconnection, this unbalanced exchange that's happened, that has really got you down in the dumps. Really look at it with a carefree kind of attitude, kind of disconnect, disassociate from it for a while, okay, because you've been there too long, and start to kind of analyze what it is, okay? So this kind of speaks of like pulling away from a situation so you can see it in a different perspective, okay? So you can begin to see it in a different perspective, because here with the horseplay card, I feel that your ancestors are telling you that you are a teacher of some sort, because this card talks about going through life and carrying around teachings and learnings, okay? And it also speaks about going into another dimension, okay? And so you're going into another dimension, number 2, and your ancestors really want to tell you that whatever you have experienced in this life, in this reality, because your reality is about to change, whatever you have learned here, you're taking it into this next chapter of life, and they want you to know that you're going to be teaching, and this could be even just you for future reference. whatever has happened, this abuse, this misuse and mistreatment that you have experienced, that's like got you pulling away from the world right now, whatever that was, this was for your own future reference. So when you get into different relationships or other similar situations, you'll know how to react. And especially you will know how to take care of yourself in these types of situations, because it's not about not ever experiencing things like this or things that are similar like this. It's about really learning how to get through it. Okay, and we're not going to get through it by suppressing it and pushing it down. So with the horseplay, I feel that your ancestors are telling you that whatever you are taking over with you into the next life, it's going to help you learn how to live there. Okay, live in the next phase of life. And also you'll be able to, if you're responsible of taking care of others as well, like children or other family members, or even just coming in contact with other people. Okay, you're going to be teaching them. Okay, this whole experience, it's for others as well. You know, I was just talking to my sister today about, you know, my childhood that I went through, the abuse that I went through, the neglect that I went through as a child. I experienced it in order to share it. You know, like, do you think you're the only one that has went through and experienced these things? And, you know, also communicating can be healing for you and be healing for others. So definitely when you go into this next life, if you're responsible for children or just even just coming in contact with other people, you're going to be healing people. You're going to be teaching people, okay, through your own experiences. With the cutting through card here, I feel that your ancestors are asking you, they're asking you, because this is a choice, okay, to really start examining your thought process. Okay, the way you are thinking about certain situations and thinking about life and how that is being reflected out into your outer world. So really start thinking about the narrative, the dialogue, and this you can discover that through meditation, through observing the brain, okay, or observing the mind here, okay, seeing what kind of thoughts arise, and are these the healthiest thoughts? Are they helping me make the right choices in life? So what kind of dialogue can I start to create within myself that will help me make the right choices? Because this card talks about making the right choice. It is time to really cut through all of the BS that's going on up here so you can start making the right choices in life. All right, so your ancestors are really urging you and asking you to make that decision, because I'm also feeling like this is a choice. It's a choice to stay here. Okay, everybody has a choice, even the hardest situations. That's why you can hear these stories about the things that people go through, and it's like, wow, you went through that and you didn't crash and burn, you didn't die, you didn't get drug addicted, you didn't everybody has a choice. So they're asking you to really cut through the BS and start making the right choices for yourself. Start looking at the way your mind is operating, okay? And here with the Mystic card, your ancestors are telling you it's time to sit in your darkness, okay? Connect with your shadow self. And they want you to sit in your darkness. Right now you're swimming in your darkness, okay? You're sitting in your darkness, swimming. And they want you to sit in it, okay? And start beginning to look for the light within it, okay? And I feel what I'm hearing is that your ancestors want you to know that you are the light here in the darkness. And so this is all about examining the things that you've went through. And the Mystic card is also here to tell you that you're a light worker. So again, the abuse, the misuse, the mistreatment, it's all for you to help and shine the light for others. So the Mystic card, I feel like your ancestors are saying, hey, you experienced this in order to really be the light in other people's lives, whether that's just people that you come across, new friends, children that you already have or you're going to have, or just also becoming a light worker here in this collective, and sharing your message however you feel that you need to share it. you're here. So, but that's going to require, some of you guys want to share this story, but could be very scared to do so. And so in order to do that, you need to get close with your shadow. You need to sit in your darkness. And right now you're swimming around uncomfortably. It's chaotic, but you need to get still. You need to get quiet in your darkness so you can really begin to see why this has happened to you. Because there's a lesson here for you and there's a lesson here for others. Now let's get into the last messages. Let's get into the last messages for you, number 2. What are the messages from number 2's ancestors? What are the ancestors trying to relay to you? Okay, so we have attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Wow. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation. There has been some type of separation. There has been a lot of pain. There is some type of attack, whether it's abuse or something happening here. It's just merely a call for help. What I'm hearing here for this, what I'm really feeling is that whatever you have went through, number 2, this is like a call out. And it's like, it's sad because it's not sad, but it's just like, it kind of sucks because I feel like I'm one of those people too that had to go through all of this, you know, had to go through this kind of initiation phase. But it's merely, it's like a call. It's an initiation to come and help people. Okay. So whatever you went through, it's going to help others. And also, like, you know, if you're separating yourself and isolating yourself, it really means that you're dying for connection. So you might be pulling away because maybe the last connection was not so good, or when you really connected with someone, or when you really trusted someone, it wasn't a good connection. It wasn't healthy. It was abuse of some sort. And so you're not reaching out for help. You're not reaching out to kind of communicate how you feel. So I'm urging you guys to really move forward into a more healthier space. Create a healthy, safe haven for yourself. Disconnect from anybody, your abusers, from anybody that is like mistreating you or not really giving you what you need. Really create that safe haven for yourself. And there are people here that want to help you. There are people here that are willing to listen and that don't want to hurt you. Okay, number 2. We also have, I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust what I focus on will grow. It takes a huge amount of trust that things will grow healthy. Well, things will get healthy. I have been down in the depths, depressed over my past trauma, of the things that have happened to me, over past lovers, a disconnection, you know, and it takes so much trust in the process. Okay, so I feel that your ancestors are really telling you that don't be sorry about disconnecting from this and wanting something new, wanting something healthy for yourself. Okay, get real with what you desire, okay, and trust that whatever that desire is, whether it's becoming healthy or becoming peace or feeling safe, that will grow. So your ancestors are really telling you to trust in that. Okay, and what is the last message? What is the last message for number 2? What is the last messages that ancestors want to come through and communicate for number 2? Okay, it says here, in every moment the universe is conspiring to bring me towards the right-minded thinking. Yes. And the energy of love. Okay, so I'm gonna read that again. In every moment the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking and the energy of MF love. Okay, that is amazing. So number 2, trust and believe that you are being guided towards the right mind, towards right-minded thinking. Okay, and that's what this cutting through card is all about. It's time to really move yourself and trust that you are being led here. This could be just this whole video, you hearing this is confirmation to you, or clarification, or a sign for you to start getting real about what's going on up here. Okay, because it takes effort to change the process of your mind, to reprogram your mind after being abused, after being neglected, after not feeling loved. Okay, so trust and believe that this moment right now, your ancestors want you to know that you're being guided towards changing your mind, okay, and being thrown into what love really is. I think you have become very clear on what love isn't, okay? Number 2, but trust that you're being guided towards reprogramming your mind. So be on board, move forward, okay? And that you're going to be moved into what love really is. All right, number 2, so that's what I have for you. Those are the messages that are coming through from your ancestors. I hope it resonates. I hope that you found this video and this message insightful. If you guys know what this is all about, I would love to speak with you guys. Leave some comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace. Okay, number 3, these are your messages from your ancestors. So these are going to be the messages from your ancestors. The first 3 cards are going to let me know what type of energies are being generated within you, okay, and in your life, and the energy that your ancestors want you to step into. So the inner world, we have the Lovers here, beautiful energy. For your outer world, what is surrounding you right now? What is the things that you're doing physically in your life? This is the 3 of Discs here for you. Also very good energy. And then the energy that your ancestors want you to kind of step into is the Daughter of Swords here, number 3. Okay. All right, so let's deal with these cards first before we get anything else. So with the Lovers card here, number 3, I feel that your ancestors see that you have made this divine connection with self, or this divine connection with someone. That they see that you have made this decision to really commit, and there's this commitment that is built on values, on beliefs. Okay, so this could be a marriage here. This could be just a marriage within self, deciding to really take your spirituality and what you want to do in life seriously, because you have really come to a point where you understand yourself and what you're about and what your values are, what you want your life to be. So this is having a real clear understanding, a divine connection with your purpose, or just with your purpose with another person here. And how it's showing up in your physical world here, in the outer world, your outer self, that we have the 3 of Discs. So your ancestors really see that you are really putting forth the work. Okay, so don't second guess yourself. Don't feel like you're not doing enough here, but we are going to get into what you can start doing, okay, to better the situation. But they see that there is full cooperation, participation on both sides here, okay. And if this is not including another person, if this is just you here, I feel like this is your ancestors telling you that you are doing the physical work, but it's time to get a little bit more serious here, okay? Because you're showing up, you're participating, you're willing, you want to build something strong, something lasting, something reliable, okay? It is here and it's on its way. Your ancestors want you to know. But the energy that they want you to start moving into is the Daughter of Swords. So this is really communicating the way you feel about what has happened. Okay, because I see that maybe something big has happened, but now there's a decision. Decision has been made to really start building here and be serious, because you guys have met on some kind of core foundation, core value here, okay? This commitment, okay, to really building something strong and reliable, and that's like a home. In this card here, in the 3 of Discs, the women are building a home here, okay? So with the Daughter of Swords, they want you to start really communicating your ideas, communicating the way you feel. Maybe you've never got to really talk about what happened. Maybe you are shied away from really expressing your anger, okay, is what I'm really getting here. And so they're urging you to really go into that space where you're able to really communicate your ideas, communicate how you feel. Okay, let's move into the next messages from your ancestors. Number 3, we have shift it. And we also have release and cellular collapse. Beautiful. Wow, powerful messages here, number 3. So with the shift it card, they really want you to start making that shift within your mind so you can start to see things differently. Okay, so your ancestors are really encouraging you to start making that mental shift, that shift in perspective. Are your thoughts aligning with what reality really is? Okay, or are you stuck in the past? Are you stuck in negative thinking? And that's why you're suppressing your throat chakra here. You're not really speaking on something that needs to be spoken on, whether that's what happened. We can't deny what's happened here, okay? Or if that's denying your feelings, we can't deny our feelings. We can't deny. That's a part of the process. It's a part of rebuilding here. So in order to shift this perspective on that type of energy here, you have to start looking at what is really happening here in the now, okay, is what I'm really feeling. Your ancestors want you to look at what is now and really see, is that aligned with your thought process? That's going to help you build something stronger in reality, okay, in your physical reality. So with the release card here, I feel that your ancestors are telling you that you have built up stagnant energy in the body, okay? You have, what am I trying to say? You have trapped energy in the body, okay? Emotional energy. So this is definitely, just talking about your emotions can help you release this trapped energy, stored stagnant energy that is like locked, trapped inside different parts of your body. So this can show up as like waking up and feeling achy, or just feeling so emotionally drained, or physically drained, waking up in the morning and just not having the energy, or having like an achy back, or you just have random pains and you're like, why am I hurting? Or you could be just getting sick, because these next 2 cards are about the body and how our physical environment, the way we're thinking, the way we're doing, is affecting our bodies. So they're really encouraging you to get into these practices where you are locating where this pain is and start to think like, what is the emotion? When you notice like, oh, my back is hurting, go deeper into that feeling, okay? Or my knee is starting to hurt, or like I have this like pain in my chest, or, well, not chest, that might be kind of serious, but just think about where these pains in the body and go deeper into those sensations and see what emotionally arises. Okay, you can also start going through like breathing techniques to help you release this stagnant energy in the body. And how you do this is that you fill the body up with air, and as you begin to exhale, see where this energy is located in the body, or if you're having pain in a certain place, you can kind of focus on that location in the body while you're breathing, and you're breathing air into that location, and as you exhale the air, as it exits your body, it's pulling that energy out of the body. And you'll realize when you do this technique, you'll see what emotional pain, what emotional response is triggered and is being pulled out of the body. And that'll kind of really tell you what you need to start speaking on. Okay, so that was a channeled message for some of you guys. Okay, get in touch with how your body is feeling and start going deeper into those sensations. It's going to tell you a lot about what you need to speak on. So with the cellular collapse card, again, your ancestors are telling you that what you're doing, or mostly I really feel like what you're thinking, or maybe it could be how you're acting too, how you're behaving, is having an effect on your body. These 2 cards talk about toxins, taking toxins into your body. I really see it as, and how, with the cellular collapse, it's like it's affecting your body on a cellular level. So you could be getting sick, you could be just not feeling good and thinking that you're sick, but you're okay. But it's just, the vibration of your thoughts and the way you're behaving is having an effect on your physical body. So this is a strong, like urgent warning to really start being aware of your physical reality and how you're acting and how that's having an effect on your body, on your heart. I'm hearing for some of you guys, on your nervous system. Okay. So let's go into more messages from your ancestors. We have the Island of Jewels here. We also have centering the present. Awesome, beautiful energy. And then we have just passing through here. Okay. So with the Island of Jewels card, I feel like this is your answer. You know that in this deck, this is the Star card here. So I feel that there's some deep transformation. Your ancestors are letting you know that you are going through a deep transformation. And you need to get really clear on what you really want to manifest, okay? What are you really trying to transform here and transmute? There needs to be some transmutation happening here with your feelings and your thoughts here, okay? Because you can't, if you're really trying to manifest something strong and reliable and a house, a home, you know, let's just say metaphorically, a home that involves you and a union, like you and a person, or like in some type of relationship that is strong, reliable, and healthy. Are your thoughts aligning with that? Okay, because your thoughts are always working. And so this card really encourages you. Your ancestors are encouraging you to get really clear on what you're trying to manifest and what your hopes are, because if, you know, either way, it's going to manifest. Either way is going to manifest. So get clear on what you really are trying to manifest, because if you are doing the physical work, if you're out here showing up for dinners, if you're showing up for therapy, if you're showing up for the marriage counseling or for church or whatever it is, okay? If you're showing up physically doing it, but your mind is not there, you're not expressing yourself, that's a part of the process, that's part of the build. Part of the collaboration here. You got to speak your ideas. You have to speak how you feel. Okay, so if that's not aligning with what you're doing, your momentum that you're doing in the physical world, it's not going to manifest. You're not going to build something that's strong. You're not going to build something strong if you are not involved. If your ideas, your feelings, your intellect, your truth, oh my God, if your truth is not involved, then it's not going to be something that's strong. It's not going to be a strong foundation. Okay, so with the centering the present, this is all about thinking about what is happening now. So what I'm seeing here is that there could have been some type of situation that went down. Okay, something crazy, something hurtful, something that broke a union of some sort, and that's what you're focused on. That's what your body. That's what your body is on. That's what you're trapped in the past. Because when the centering card is here, centering the present, this talks about really thinking about what the present is, okay? Not what was, but what is now. Okay, so your ancestors are really encouraging you to stay focused on what is really happening here. Are the people really, are they showing up? Are they expressing themselves? Are they sharing what they think is needing to be done? Are they really showing up for you? Because I feel that they are, okay? I feel that they are. And you could be a little bit stuck in what happened in the past. You're stuck in the past, number 3. So with the centering card, your ancestors are really telling you to get out of the past and start centering yourself in what's happening in the present moment. Okay, that's going to help you build something strong. We can't build something new if we're so focused on what failed and what was in the past, okay? So with the passing through card here, I feel that your ancestors are telling you that you need to, this card is all about your will and what you put forth through, okay? So this is about really get in touch with what you really are trying to do. Again, okay, this is another indication that You know, you have the ability, you have the capability to put forth what you are trying to do, but it's going to take will. And your will is not all the way there if you're not expressing yourself to the fullest, expressing your truth. The Daughter of Swords, she is standing up on this mountain and she is telling her truth. Okay, so this is all about speaking your truth out, releasing what has happened. It's storing in your body here, really staying focused on what you're trying to manifest. And you can't manifest something if you're holding on to the past. You're holding on to past hurts. You're holding on to past false narratives. Maybe something that has happened has created this false narrative within you. And the only way that you're able to release it is to communicate it. And so you can have a deeper understanding, because with the sword, the Daughter of Swords, this is the Page of Swords, very inexperienced person here. Even though they're standing up and speaking their truth, they still have a lot to learn. So maybe expressing yourself will bring you to a deeper understanding of what really is here in the present. Now, with the Masked card here, number 3, your ancestors are telling you to take off your mask. When this shows up, this is encouraging you to really show the person that is behind what you have been suppressing. This card speaks about a mask. You know, they often say that it hides the true person. So you're angry. Get in touch with that anger and show that you're angry here. Okay, you have been hurt, or you have been ignored, or some type of thing has been suppressed. Some type of personality, okay, has been suppressed. So your ancestors really want you to start showing the person behind the mask. So if that person is hurt, if that person feels like they were misused, this union was broken, you didn't care about it, start getting into what that person that you've been suppressing. If you're scared that this person, you know, that you don't want to show, these feelings that you don't want to show is going to prevent you from building something healthy, this person has, I'm saying this person because I'm really seeing this as like you have really been portraying yourself as somebody else. And that person needs to speak, whether it's a person that's been hurt or that's angry or that is scared, that is insecure. Maybe you need to speak about your insecurities. It is time to really show that person. It's time to be vulnerable and to really play in that person that's never been able to express themselves. This card talks about theater. Like when you put on a mask, you kind of like take on a different personality, and that dormant personality gets to come out and really express themselves. So the start expressing how you really feel, number 3. Okay, that is the message from your ancestors. They really want you to get in touch with that person that you haven't been showing. Okay, and that's going to help you shift the perspective. That is going to help you build something healthy. It's going to help you release what needs to be released. So let's get into the last messages from your ancestors, number 3. What is the message? What are the last messages for number 3 from their ancestors? Ancestors, what are the next messages for the next? Crap. Ooh. I am the dreamer of my dream. This whole reality, number 3, is a dream. Life is but a dream. Okay? Look, you are creating this reality. So it's time to make a shift in your perspective. Get really clear on what really is right now. Is the person cheating on you? Are they really showing up for you? Are they doing the work? You know, are they really expressing to you how they feel? Okay, get clear on what the dream, what your dream, what's unfolding here in the present, and really get clear about what's up here, because this could be a totally different dream up here in your mind. So take notice that you are the dreamer and that you are dreaming this reality into existence. Okay, so it says, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. So I think there has to be a realization that this union, you guys coming back together, whether this is you building yourself back up from a mess, or a relationship coming back together and building something strong, you have to know that that is a miracle, and they happen all the time. So don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted, and don't second guess it, okay? Because I feel like there's enough evidence that people are here participating and everybody is working here, including you, but you need to step up and express yourself, and release all of that stagnant energy in your body so you can begin to, really focus on the present. I feel like that's the first step for you, okay? And it could be taking moments every day to really express yourself on what happened. Maybe make it a ritual where you can really start communicating to yourself or communicating to others about a healthy process here, okay? Communicating, not a healthy process, but creating a healthy process of making it a ritual to talk about what happened, healing, and you being really truthful in that, okay? So it's also creating moments for yourself to really remind yourself of what the present moment really is, okay? What it really is, because we can get stuck in the past and just keep creating the past over and over, even though the person is really showing up. Things are becoming healthy, but we're so stuck in that pain of what happened, okay? So, and the last message from your ancestors, number 3, we have, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is the moment, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. So I feel that your ancestors are really telling you to make this contract, this exchange with the universe of like what you really want. I think you're clear on what you want this relationship to be, whether this is a relationship with yourself or with another person. You're very clear on it, but you could be very kind of like anxious on what the outcome is going to be. All right, you could be very anxious on what it is going to be, but you need to surrender it. You can't be stuck in fear and insecurity and wrapped up in what happened. You have to surrender it, okay? And really put forth the effort of expressing yourself and communicating what you need and what ideas that you feel that should come into play, okay? And this could be like, hey, I think we should talk every day about what happened. It doesn't have to be every day forever, but I need that. I need to talk about what happened because I need clarification, So it's also about just surrendering into vulnerability as well, I feel like. Okay, and so the moment that you can really surrender is when things can really start to unfold, okay? But you have to be a part of that process. I'm just being urged to keep saying that you have to fully participate, okay? So the universe can get to work. So those are your messages, number 3, from your ancestors. I hope that this was insightful for you. I hope it resonates. What is this all about? If you guys know, let me know down below, number 3, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace. All right, number 4, here are your messages from your ancestors. The first 3 cards, or 4 cards for you, are going to tell me what type of energy that your ancestors are trying to relay back to you, what's generating within you, okay? So for the inner self, what's generating within inside of you, your psyche, your heart, your mind, your feelings, all of that is the Devil card, okay? And how that's being reflected back out into your outer self, your outer world, your physical things that you're doing right now, or the state of it. We have the 4 of Cups for you. Okay. And then for the advice, the energy that your ancestors are wanting you to move into is the Temperance and the Chariot card. Okay. So let's talk about these first before we move on. So with the Devil card, I feel that your ancestors are here telling you that they can see that you're struggling with control over something in your life. They can see that you are feeling trapped and chained and tied down to something, and you're struggling inside, really, because I feel like all of the opportunities and the way your life is, there is help available for you, is what I'm hearing. But it's more of like an inner struggle that you're having. So this could be addiction, this could be addiction to drugs, alcohol, or just food, or addicted to a certain type of person, or even just negative thought patterns, toxic behavior patterns, that type of energy when the devil is here. So your ancestors can see that you're struggling with that type of energy here, okay, inside. And how that's being reflected out into your outer world, we have the Four of Cups. And so your ancestors can see that there is some emotional turmoil within inside, and you're at a fork in the road right now. You're at this, this place in life where you know that you need to make changes. You need to make a decision of some sort. There needs to be some type of decision that needs to be made, because you're just very dissatisfied with your physical reality. Okay, you're very disappointed with how things are, and so there's a lot of emotions swimming about that, the way life is, how you are, how you've been feeling very trapped, like you feel trapped, like you cannot get out. And so there's this type of like sadness or depression kind of feeling with the Four of Cups, that though that you need to make some type of decision, some type of choice to kind of shift things, but maybe you're struggling with how to. Okay, so with the energy that your ancestors want you to move in, they want you to start grounding yourself in your emotions. Okay, and they really want you to start analyzing and doing the mental and the inner alchemy of this whole situation, how that reflects within inside of you. So that might be looking at the root of things. Okay, how did you get to this place? And what I'm hearing is really like childhood trauma. Okay, it's nothing recently. It's not a breakup. It's not, what this person is doing. It's not you just love food, or that you're finding yourself, drinking too much, and maybe you're becoming an alcoholic or a drug addict of some sort. Okay, it's not just that. There is a root to that problem. And so they're asking you to really look deep inside yourself while you're grounded in your emotions, because this is something that you already know. But when you go there, you could get very lost in your emotions here, very disappointed, and then it just leads you back to what you're trying to break free from. So they want you to really ground yourself in your emotions while you start analyzing why and how you got here, okay? And what I'm hearing is that this is childhood trauma. This is childhood conditioning, abuse, okay, and this could be your outlet of kind of escaping those memories, escaping those triggers, okay, not having to deal with what really happened, okay. And then we also have the Chariot card as well. 2 advice cards came out for you, number 4. So you're with the Chariot card, your ancestors want you to start believing that you have the physical strength, because this is the masculine energy of the Strength card in the tarot deck. Okay, so Chariot is very much about strength, but it's the physical strength here, okay? You have the physical strength to start doing the healing, to start the process of healing yourself. So they want you to know that you are headed towards victory, and you have the strength to get there. So don't doubt yourself. You are able to really break free from this. You are able to heal altogether, okay, and start feeling whole again. And with the Temperance card, this is also, because in the original tarot, it's an angel on the card, so that's always an indication that they are with you. They are with you on this journey, and leading you and guiding you towards victory. But with the Chariot card, you have to apply your will. You have to apply your momentum. The Chariot is all about movement, okay? Nothing will come into existence without your will and without your movement towards in that direction. And they want you to know that you're powerful, because the Chariot is a very powerful card here. Okay, there's really high energies. We have the Devil, we have the Temperance, and we have the Chariot, major arcana here. So you're in big shifts in your life, and they're here with you on this journey, okay, leading you towards victory, but they are encouraging you to start moving. Okay, so let's get into our other messages from your ancestors. Number 4, we have the Knowing card here. We also have hopeless release, and we have forbidden fruit. Okay, so with the Knowing card here, number 4, your ancestors are telling you that this is something that you know. This is all confirmation to you of what you've already been thinking about and contemplating, you know, trying to figure out what you should do. Because with this 4 of Cups here, just to kind of trail back, with the 4 of Cups in this deck, this woman is at the parting, okay, of a river. It's going out into the river, out into the ocean. So when the river meets the ocean here. So there is some type of decision, okay, that is going to kind of bring your life out into the open. All right, so I really feel that this reading here is really talking about some type of like strong addiction here. Okay, real addiction. This is about addiction, okay, whether it's being addicted to a person and you're just finding yourself going back and involving yourself with this, you know, kind of abuse that this person puts on you. And it's like you're addicted to them in some type of way, or this is real, like you are struggling here with addiction, with drugs, with substance abuse, with alcohol, or even just with food, knowing that you need to make a decision that, you know, this is kind of like a life and death kind of decision that I'm feeling here. So this is a knowing. Your ancestors are telling you that you have already been like thinking about these changes, and it's really time to get the gears going and really taking these thoughts seriously. Okay, and with the hopeless release card, again, this speaks of alcoholism and toxins coming into the body, and it is time. Your ancestors want you to start cleansing the body, start cleansing your mind, start cleansing your heart and your spirit, your soul. Okay, they really want you to start, because you're at a hopeless place right now. With the 4 of Cups here being in reverse, it was in reverse here, and with the Devil here, so you're in a very hopeless kind of situation where you feel very tied down. You can't move. You're like you're trapped. You're bound to the Devil. Okay, whatever the Devil symbolizes to you. And with the hopeless release card, your ancestors are urging you to really release. Begin to release all of these emotions that kind of have led you to this place. So that's going to, again, going into the mind, okay, doing the mental alchemy that is going to take you to the place where this all originated. It is time to start cleansing yourself, okay, giving up the things that are hurting you. That's what your ancestors are coming through with that one. And with the forbidden fruit, again, this speaks of temptation, speaks of being coerced. Okay, this also speaks of the Adam and Eve story, this card here. So there's this feeling of like excitement and exhilaration, you know, when you are about to do this thing that you know you need to release. And so your ancestors are coming in telling you that you are addicted. You are addicted to this lifestyle. You're addicted to this behavior or this person or this substance. This is just another indication that, you know, it's time to really look at your behaviors here, and that anxiety might be one reason why you're trailing back into this behavior or to this person. So this is, you know, your ancestors are just letting you know here that you are kind of obsessing and idolizing something here. Okay, so let's move along with the next cards here. We have the Temptation card. Temptation. We have the Mount Muru, Center of the Universe card. And we have the Scarlet Woman here for you, number 4. And we also have the Internal Child. Wonderful message here. Now again, with the Temptation card, these two cards go hand in hand together. They both mention, they're from different decks, but they both mention the Adam and Eve card and temptation and being just like, you know, having that feeling that you're going to do something wrong. You're addicted to the first high is what I'm hearing. You're addicted to that first feeling, you know, and so with the Temptation card, I feel that your ancestors are coming here and they're trying to relay to you that you are being tempted, you're being coerced into this type of behavior, whether it's the people that you surround yourself with or it's just you inside of your mind, like you battling your dark shadow self, you know, that wants to escape what's really going on here. Okay, so this card speaks of being coerced. This also speaks of making a decision. Okay, and that with this decision there is much to gain here. Okay, so it might seem like a lot of things might go haywire or get out of control, or like, you know, with this river going into the ocean with this 4 of Cups here, it might feel like everything is exposed and you're kind of like wandering out here in the ocean, you know, very vulnerable. But I feel that with this decision that you are being offered, or that your ancestors are really encouraging you to make, with this decision is going to lead you to a better life. Okay, there is much to gain here with this decision, but your ancestors really want you to know that you're being coerced into this type of behavior. So start looking around at who you're surrounding yourself with. What are you surrounding yourself with? Okay, because with this next message, with the Mount Muru, Center of the Universe card here, your ancestors are telling you that it's time to kind of retreat away from society and go into solitude, to start creating a peace haven. I'm hearing a peaceful environment, kind of retreating away from society so you can reflect on all of this and go deeper. Like, I am really feeling like deep. Okay, the issues that root from this addiction, from this problem in your life, it goes deep. Okay, so it is time to really be alone. And maybe being alone is also, that might be the fear. Okay, because when you're alone, everything arises. Everything, all the emotions and the questions and the fear and the insecurities and the pain, that all arises when you're alone. But your ancestors are encouraging you to get alone, be alone, and retreat away from everybody. Okay, and really take your spirituality, I'm hearing, seriously. This is what's going to help, is your spirituality in this situation. Okay, so they want you to retreat off into a cave of some sort. Okay, maybe that's taking a trip to your parents' house. Maybe that is taking a trip to a friend's house and staying with a friend, or checking yourself into a rehab or into therapy, or taking a retreat or something, you know. They want you to get away from the environment that you're in, because there's so much temptation. You are surrounding yourself with so much temptation here, and the people around you might not be for the best of you. Okay, and then we have the Scarlet Woman here for you, number 4. So I feel that with this card here, this is all about sensuality. This is all about nurturing and feeling abundant. And so I feel that your ancestors are telling you that it's time to start mothering yourself. Maybe the root of your problem is that maybe you didn't have a great mother figure, and so that's what's kind of led you into this addiction of like feeling comforted and feeling loved, or feeling in ecstasy. Like, you know, you're chasing sensuality, you're chasing love here, you're chasing that excitement, that ecstasy feeling. That's what this card also talks about as well. Lots of red on this table. you know, you're in need of healthy energy as well, because with the Scarlet Woman, this is the Empress card here. So it's time to really start mothering yourself, and you know, you want to feel full, you want to feel abundant and healthy. It's time to take your health seriously, because it could be deteriorating here. So with the Scarlet Woman, your ancestors really want you to take your health seriously, and your emotional health as well. Start mothering yourself if you never had that great mother figure in your life. Now with the internal child here, your ancestors are telling you that it's time to look at life in a fun way, and not the fun way that you've been doing, okay, but in a way that, you know, because this speaks of inner child. This speaks of like the internal child that lives within you. And so your ancestors are telling you that it's time to really activate that inner child and find other ways to be playful and to be creative. And this card speaks about, you know, when you're not nurturing the inner child and looking at life, like, yes, there are rules, there's rules and responsibilities to life, and it seems like some of you guys have kind of let that go, the responsibilities and the rules here that we all have to live by. They're always going to be there, but the reason why we fall into addiction or addiction behavior and, you know, these harmful self-sabotage kind of like energy that I'm feeling, the reason why we fall into those types of behaviors is because we're not being creative. You know, we're not looking at our life and really saying like, well, hey, what will really make me feel good? So this could be that you're really bogged down at work. You're not nurturing what is essential to you, what is essential to your happiness and your joy. Okay, the internal child is all about joy and experiencing complete happiness, and they want to experience it with others as well. So when you're not nurturing your inner child, you fall into addiction, you fall into these addictive behaviors. So your ancestors really want you to look at life as like, you know, it doesn't have to be this type of fun. You can look at your spirituality or your healing as well. You could be creative in that aspect of your life as well. Okay, because I feel like that's the next phase in life, is healing, is detoxing. So become addicted to that. I also am hearing that you guys have this kind of addictive mindset. So whatever you put your mind to, this would be very easy for you to become addicted to healing and getting into your spirituality, okay, and mothering yourself. Fall into those types of behaviors, okay? Or this could be very much, you know, you didn't have a father as well that was loving and nurturing as well. So, you know, your inner child has been neglected. So really do some inner child work as well. I'm also getting this channeled message to kind of tell you guys to start meditating on a certain situation that happened in your life when you were a child, okay? And kind of go back to that memory, to what you remember it being in your mind, and kind of view yourself and examine how you felt in that situation. Because, you know, I was just talking to my sister the other day about, you know, our parents and what we went through and stuff. And I was like telling her, like, you know, I don't feel like I've done enough inner child work. Like, yeah, we sit here and we talk about like the things that they've done, our parents, and what we were exposed to, but we really don't go deep into our emotions. So I feel that your ancestors want you to sit down and start thinking about those incidents that have imprinted on your soul, okay, on who you are, okay, that has kind of shaped you and might have brought you to this place that you are now. So really go over those memories and maybe write a letter to that child and tell them what you feel that they needed to hear in that moment. Acknowledge their pain, okay, or their fear. All right, so here we are with your messages from your ancestors. We have another message. I find a deeper meaning in personal growth and the discomfort. I find a deeper meaning and a personal growth amid the discomfort. Okay, so yes, that's beautiful. There is a deeper meaning to all of this, and it's gonna feel very uncomfortable here. Growth is uncomfortable, you know? And when a seed is planted in the ground, all right, that seed breaks open and starts to sprout, and there's so much pain and discomfort that little plant starts to feel, okay? And really, whenever a plant is touched, the plant goes into a state of like anxiety whenever it's touched. Even when it rains and the water lands on the plant, they go through bouts of anxiety. So if you think about it being under the ground, pushing through the soil, there's an amount of discomfort for that plant. But there's a deeper meaning to all of this. And I feel that you guys are going to understand it all once you take the plunge. Once you take the plunge towards your healing. All right. It says, I choose love no matter what. So I feel that number 4, it's time to really choose love. I think you have become very accustomed to what love isn't, okay? Especially self-love here. So remember to choose love. Your ancestors want you to choose love. Love of self, love of others, okay? Because addiction can also, it's a disease, but it also hurts everybody around them as well, okay? So what is the last message from their ancestors? What is the last message from the ancestors? My vibes speak louder than my words. My vibes speak louder than my words. Okay, so I feel that your ancestors really want you to know that if you feel very scared to come out into the open, people already know. Most of these people already know that you're in a very tough spot. You're in a very not a good place, okay? Because they can just sense it. All right, another thing that's coming through from your ancestors is that your ancestors really want you to concentrate on your vibration, okay? Concentrate on meditation and breathing and clearing your chakras. This is going to help you kind of release and be open more to healing. So maybe that's the first step, is really, the first step is really to get help and to really start moving in a way that's going to help you release what you're addicted to, number 4. But I feel that your ancestors really want you to start meditating and working on the vibration, okay? The vibration that you're admitting, that's going to help you, lead you towards even more healing and releasing what needs to be released, okay, emotionally. That is your reading, number 4. I really hope that it resonates and that it's brought some type of insight to you, number 4. If you guys know anything about what this is about, tell me what's hit home. Let me know down below in the comments below, okay? And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace. Hello, number 5. Welcome to your messages from your ancestors. We're about to dive in. Okay, so the first 3 cards are going to let me know what type of energies that you're in right now. Okay, and the energy that your ancestors want you to step into. Okay, so for the inner self, we have the 6 of Wands reversed. Okay, 6 of Wands. So this is the energy that is generating within inside of you. Number 5. Okay, oh, and you have more cards. So this is also the inner self here. We have the 4 of disc here. And your outer world. So what energy is your outer environment, the things, the physical things that you're doing in your life, okay? The people around you. This is the 7 of disc here, okay? And for your advice, the energy that your ancestors want you to start stepping into is the Death card here. All right, so with the Six of Wands here, I feel that your ancestors can see that you are not feeling very well about, you know, some type of situation of not feeling recognized. So they can see that you're not feeling acknowledged. You're not, you know, acknowledged for your worth and acknowledged for your efforts and for your accomplishments. You're, you know, you're just not being recognized. And so that can feel very sad. That can feel very disappointing in a way, and kind of can get you distraught. So your ancestors can see that that's what's going on right now in the inner self. You're not being valued. You're not being seen or heard or listened to or even felt. So also we have the Four of Discs here in your inner self. So you're kind of retreating inward. And I feel that you're kind of putting up your boundaries and pushing that type of energy, the people that are not recognizing you, that are not, you know, acknowledging all that you are and all that you've done for them or for the situation. So you're kind of putting up your guards, you're, you know, shutting everybody out to kind of protect that inner fire, because it's not that you don't understand who you are or what your value is or what you have to offer and bring to the table, and just who you are. You know very much who you are, but you're kind of stuck in that notion or that the idea of like someone not really seeing you for who you are and what you've done. And so you're kind of putting up your boundaries to kind of protect yourself and that inner fire, that inner passion, your dreams, your happiness. Okay, so you're protecting yourself. That's very good energy, and I feel that your ancestors want you to stay in this type of energy and really start analyzing this whole situation here and continue to put up your boundaries and protect yourself. Okay, so with the outer world, they can really see that with the Seven of Discs here, your ancestors want you to know that they can see that you want to make this transition of moving away from this type of energy. You're done waiting around for something to happen, for something to manifest, to get these results. So, you know, they can see that you are really considering moving. You're kind of impatient here with this situation of not being seen, not being recognized here. Okay, so they definitely see that you're in this phase of moving on. Okay, now with the advice, the energy that your ancestors want you to move into, we have the Death card here. So this, you know, this card speaks of a snake shedding its skin around this skeleton here, this corpse. And it speaks about like it's shedding its skin, but it's not completely off, okay? And so I feel that with the Death card being here, your ancestors are telling you that it is really time to shed the old and kind of leave this life behind and really go on to a new life, a new skin, okay? They want you to become new. This whole process of like moving on and taking your L's, your lessons, okay, and planting them somewhere else, okay, to really grow something, a new life. This is all about transformation that they want you to step into. So they can see that you're on the verge of doing that. So if you have any second thoughts of like, should I wait around? I'm so impatient. I want this to happen. I want this to work. I want them to see my greatness. I see me. Because again, it's not about you not knowing. You very know your worth. But it's like you're waiting around for something, for success to happen, and it's not going to manifest. So I feel like your ancestors are telling you it's time to move on. This is over. It's dead. This whole situation is dead, and it's time to transform and move on to a new life. Okay, so let's get into the other messages from your ancestors. We have the Medicine Wheel here. We have Perfect Storm and Quiet Times. Oh, I love this card. Love this card. It's so pretty. Okay, so with the Medicine Wheel here, I feel that this is your ancestors telling you they want you to know, number 5, that you have the ability to kind of heal yourself in this whole situation, and you're very smart. They can see that you're on the right track. Okay, and they want you to know that you're able to heal yourself, and also you have the ability to heal others. So if you're responsible of anybody else in this whole situation, that the choices that you choose to make are going to affect others, and they're going to help others heal as well. Okay, that's a really powerful message. I feel that is for a lot of you guys, that if you are responsible, or that you're going to be responsible someday for somebody, children or something, they want you to know that this decision really reflects onto them as well. Now, with the perfect storm card here, your ancestors are telling you that this is divine. This is divine timing. So don't second guess your decisions here, okay? Everything that has led up to this point is divine, okay? This is exactly what is supposed to be happening right now. So continue to kind of rise out of this fire, okay? Because right now it could feel very discomfort. You could be feeling very down and in your emotions, and really like this has affected your spirit more than anything, okay? With the Six of Wands being here. But you're gonna rise out of this storm completely brand new. And the moment that you kind of take those steps away into that new life, this card really speaks about the energy being changed, completely changed after the storm. So continue to move out of this storm. Don't stay stuck in it, wondering if it's going to change. You know, it's not going to change locations. So with quiet times here, your ancestors are here telling you that it's time to get quiet. You have been very busy. Okay, your mind has been very busy on everything that has happened, what you need to do right now in the present, and you know, you're thinking about all the things that you should be doing. Should I do this? Should I wait around? Your mind is so busy right now. And so your ancestors want you to just quiet down. Take some time for yourself, okay? If you're responsible for children, okay, this is also, I feel like your ancestors are telling you to, like, you know, this whole situation is a lot. Why don't you drop them off with the grandparents, or ask a friend if they could watch them for a little bit, and you can just have some time alone to kind of reflect on yourself. Because, you know, when you're going through this type of situations of, like, you know, deciding to kind of part ways with somebody, and kind of like, you know, go your separate ways, it could be very hard to kind of process those emotions and to get kind of centered in your mind. So your ancestors want you to kind of go into that place, in that space, okay? Now the next messages that we have the self-preservation card here, solar return card, and the recall memory card for you, number 5, okay? Great messages here. Wow. Okay, you guys, your intuition is on point. Whatever you're choosing to do, it's on point. So with the self-preservation card here, your ancestors are telling you to, like, you know, preserve your integrity, preserve your worthiness, okay? Know your worth. You know your worth. So it's time to kind of preserve yourself here, okay? That's what this card is all about. It's about knowing and honoring yourself and preserving that. Okay, so continue. I feel like this is just your ancestors telling you to continue with that type of behavior that you're doing right now. It's just preserving your space, preserving yourself, your heart. You know, you're kind of pushing this energy out, and it is for a reason, okay? You need to continue to push this energy, this person, this situation out of your life. Now, with the solar return card here, I feel that your ancestors are telling you that it is time to start reflecting on the future, okay? Reflecting on how you want the future to be, to start thinking about the past, or your decisions, really. Thinking about your decisions that you've made right recently and how that is going to affect your future, okay? And continue to think in that type of way, that what decisions am I making and how is that going to reflect me and my happiness and my life, okay? This card, the solar return, also talks about a black hole or a solar eclipse, a big, huge shift of energy, a shift in reality, okay? A black hole it speaks about. And with black holes, they're like portals. They're going into a whole different world, a whole different reality, okay? A timeline. So I feel that your life is going to really change from this decision. Your ancestors want you to know that this is a big change. You're going into a new life here, okay? So really think about the decisions that you are making and how are you bringing them over into this next life, okay? Now with the recall memory card here, I feel that your ancestors are here to tell you, number 5, that it's time to really reflect on the memories and reflect on them so you can make better choices, okay? So there could have been a lot of incidents where you were not recognized, something didn't work out, something was unsuccessful, and this is just like a repeating energy in this situation. And so they're asking you to really reflect on the past, on the memories, to really make the decision that you need to make now, okay? And also this card also speaks about repelling lower vibrational energies and entities, okay, sending them away. So I feel that your ancestors are telling you, like, continue to push this energy out. And if you're not, and if this is something that you're second guessing, push this energy out of your life, okay? It's lower vibrational. There's a lot of things that this person needs to learn before they know how to love, okay, if this is a person. Now with your last card here, we have the 1 card. Now this card speaks about becoming the witness, the observer of yourself, of your life. So I feel that your ancestors are here to tell you, number 5, that it's time to really start observing your life, like you're the one that's in control and that you are the one creating all of this, okay? It shows here with this card right here, with the solar return card, about jumping into a different reality and looking at the decisions, what you're doing now and how that's going to reflect the future, okay? So they really want you to become very self-aware of yourself and of your life and how this is all affecting. Your decisions are affecting your life. Okay, so become very self-aware and be the witness to your life, of your show. This is your movie, number 5. Okay? This is really great energy. I feel like you guys are really good. And your ancestors want you to know that you guys are on the right track. Okay? But just there's a lot of things to consider. What are the last messages for number 5? What are the messages from the ancestors? What are the messages from the ancestors? Okay, so we have joy is the ultimate creator. Hello. Connect with your joy, okay? Connect with your joy, because that's, it could have been that you're really trying to create joy, okay? But joy already exists within inside of you, okay? And with this other person, I feel like, if this is a person that you're pushing out of your life, then this person has a lot to do in order to connect to that joy. They might have had a really tough childhood and it's really hard for them to connect to love and joy, but joy already exists within us. And like I said, I'm just getting flashbacks of my life, okay? With this perfect storm card here, once you start moving away from this energy, okay, you're gonna feel more clear. You're going to feel more joy within you. You're going to feel that joy within you. So really connect to your joy so you can create this new future, okay? Whew. We have the universe works fast when I'm having fun. So yeah, like you're really done with dealing with this situation. Your ancestors want you to know, number 5. And it's really time to really connect to what you want to experience in life. And, if this person, it's just really hard for them to like connect with what you want to do and what you align with and what is fun to you, then I suggest that, you continue to move forward because you want a fun, joyful life, number 5. Okay, so what is the last message from the ancestors? What is the last message from the ancestors for number 5? What does the ancestors want to communicate to us? Oneness is my true nature. See, right here with the 1 card too. Oneness is my true nature. So really connect to you, what you want to experience. Really connect with your life. This is all a reflection of you. This person is a reflection of you. So even go deeper with that, become one with this whole situation and why you're in it. Okay, there's a lot of reflection for you to do, number 5. And I'm excited for you. I feel that your ancestors are really pushing you towards transformation and this new life that is going to really be surrounded by your joy and your fun. Okay, so really connect to the true nature of yourself, and I think that's going to help you really create the life that you want once you really get clear on who you really are. Because once I had that that realization that everything is a reflection of me, it really opened my eyes up for the relationships that I was in, where I was like physically in life. So really start connecting to yourself and connecting to your life. Okay, number 5, I am so happy to do this reading for you. I hope that it was insightful. I hope that it resonated with you. If you guys know what this is about, okay, tell me what hit home down below in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace. Hello, number 6. These are your messages from your ancestors. Let's dive into them. All right, so the first 3 cards are going to let me know what energies are happening and swarming around you. Okay, so for your inner world, what's being generated within you, your mind, your feelings, your psyche, okay, your heart space. We have the Moon card here for you, number 6. All right, and then in your outer world, the things that you're doing in your physical reality, the people around you. Okay, we have the 8 of disc for you, number 6. And then we have the advice that your ancestors want you to kind of step into. All right, we have the energy of the 7 of Wands here for you, number 6. So let's stop there and let's talk about all of this. Okay, so with the Moon card here, I feel that your ancestors can see that you're kind of lost in the sauce here. Okay, you're lost in the sauce. You're really down in the dumps, and kind of just like there could be a lot of fears, a lot of insecurities, just loss. I'm just hearing loss, and you're just really, and the reason why you're having such a strong, like, difficult time with depression or anxiety here, fears, it's because you're trying to understand everything that's happening right now, and it's a little bit too soon. Okay, this is the dark period where things, the unseen happens. Okay, you're in the unseen, you're in between worlds here, and it's kind of hard to kind of interpret what's happening around you in your physical reality. Okay, because you're not supposed to understand right now. Okay, I'm seeing the movie Bird Box when they are blindfolded and they have to kind of figure their way through the world, okay, being blindfolded, okay, and there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety here, but you don't, either you're struggling right now because you're trying to figure out, why is this happening to me? You know, why is all of this happening? And it's not, it's going to be revealed to you, but not right now, okay, hun? So with the 8 of Pentacles being here for you in your outer world, how is this being reflected out? Your ancestors want you to know that they see that you're really trying. You're really trying to get things done. You're trying to create something new. You're trying to figure things out, okay? And really create here in the physical reality, but you don't even know what you're doing. And you know, a lot of other people are kind of like wondering what's wrong with you too. Okay, and the reason why it's because you don't understand it yet, okay? But it's all gonna make sense of why you had to experience what you experienced and what you are experiencing right now. It's all gonna make sense to you. Now with the advice, the energy that your ancestors really want you to start moving into, number 6, is the 7 of Wands. Now they want you to start really speaking your truth and living in your truth, and mostly they want you to express yourself, express how you feel, even if it doesn't make sense to others. You have to really stand your ground on what you feel in your spirit to be real and to be truthful. Okay, this could be suppressed energy. This can be things that have been pushed to the side and ignored or swept under the rug. Okay, that type of energy. Okay, and so even if it doesn't make sense to others, it's really important for you to just get out there and start communicating and connecting with others, and speaking your truth, okay, and holding your ground on what you feel to be right. All right, that is the first step. That could help you understand with what's going on right now within you, because I'm seeing this as a lot of like depression, a lot of anxiety, like high anxiety, fear. Okay, let's move on to the next messages from your ancestors. We have the Muse card. We have Messenger. And we have an open book. Wow, number 6. This is really powerful. Okay, with the Muse card, your ancestors really want you to start looking towards the things that inspire you. These can be people, okay? These could be people that you've watched on Instagram, on YouTube, on TV, this could be just certain hobbies, a certain lifestyle that really inspires you. Your ancestors want you to kind of divert your attention away from your anxiety and your depression, because it's almost like you guys might be having these strong symptoms of anxiety, you know, like the physical symptoms of anxiety and depression, and it's like that's even creating more sadness, creating even more fear, okay, and feeling even more lost and crazy. They really want you to divert your attention to things that inspire you, okay? Start looking into things like, if you've always wanted to knit, start knitting. If you are an artist, draw. Even if, you know, start drawing your feelings, start drawing your fears, okay? Maybe you can create a little ritual for yourself, draw out things, express yourself in that kind of way, and then you can burn them, okay? That's something that I've done when I was experiencing a lot of depression. I did a lot of burning rituals, ceremonies, okay? So, but anyways, that's for some of you guys. But get in touch with your creative spirit, okay? Get in touch with things that inspire you. Like if you've always wanted to start rollerblading, or you wanted to go become a vegan, you know, start looking towards things that inspire you, okay? And that could be the door that really changes everything and really starts illuminating and bringing the light back into your life. All right, number 6. So with the Messenger card here, your ancestors are telling you, number 6, that they are really sending someone your way to kind of help you through this darkness, okay? I'm also hearing that you have been praying for help, and so something is on the way concerning that. So your ancestors this is like an indication that your ancestors are telling you that they are sending something your way that you've been kind of praying for and that you've been waiting for, okay? Now with the open book card here, number 6, your ancestors want you to know that from this point forward, you are going to be really creating your own story, okay? It's not about what other people want, how other people want you to live. It's not about how your parents lived, your grandparents lived. It's not about the people that came before you, or, you know, even what you thought you were, that you were called to do, or not called to do, but what you've planned to do. I feel like from this point forward, your ancestors are telling you that you're going to be creating your own story. You're rewriting your story. Number 6, okay, you're rewriting your story, and it's going to be a complete adventure. And this is part of the process. You have to be lost in the sauce in order to like kind of come out brand new, I'm feeling, okay? And you kind of have to kind of rediscover yourself in order to rewrite your story. So I feel like that's the process and the transformation period that you're experiencing right now. And unfortunately, sometimes, you know, it can be very dark and hard, and, you know, it could be a struggle. Let's get into our other messages that we have here We have the transformation card. Transformation. We have self-created for you, number 6. And we have cremation ground meditation for you, number 6. And we also have the ring as well for you, number 6. Okay, so let's get into it. So with the transformation card here, number 6, your ancestors are telling you that you are having a spiritual awakening. Okay? And unfortunately, some of us, it's not all about and like rising up and levitating into the sky and having this psychedelic experience. It could be very much psychedelic, but sometimes when we are suppressing things, childhood trauma, when we're suppressing pain and a lot of stagnant negative energy, when we're holding on to that, when we begin to wake up, because everybody will wake up, okay, and it's not going to be all rainbows and sunshines. It's going to be a very difficult time where you experience a lot, of anxiety and depression and darkness. You have to shed that. So with the transformation card, your ancestors are telling you that you're going through a spiritual awakening right now. You are having a Kundalini experience, and that could be the reason why you are feeling so weird and out of place and lost and not understanding what you need to do. Okay, so get in touch with meditation, with your spirituality, with spiritual practices. Start communicating and connecting with others of that nature. Okay, with the self-created card here for you, number 6, your ancestors are telling you that you have the inner strength. You have the potential to kind of rise out of this darkness. This is the strength card in this deck. Okay, so this is telling you that you're going to remember how powerful you are once you come out. That's a channeled message for one of you guys. Once you come out of this darkness, you're going to remember yourself, who you really are, why you came to this planet. Okay, ooh, that's a channel message for a lot of you guys. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. Now with this card, the self-created card, there's this lotus flower, and lotus flowers grow in dirty, murky, ugly, stagnant water. Well, not stagnant, but just nasty, dark water. Okay, and they emerge from the water, and they come out of the water as this beautiful symbol of enlightenment. Okay, so this card is really telling you, your ancestors are telling you that you're going to emerge out of this completely brand new, completely transformed, and that you have the potential and strength within yourself to really get through this. Okay, to really get through this. You have the potential. You were not given this life. You were not given this life and this struggle to give up right now. That's what I'm hearing right now. You were not given this life and this purpose to really give up right now. You were given this life to kind of discover things, like to discover things about life in order to kind of tell it in a different way. Okay, I think a lot of you guys could be light workers. Okay, definitely light workers here. So a lot of things might not be making sense when you tell people. You might want to see a therapist. You might want to see a spiritual advisor or somebody that could help you through this initiation, I'm hearing. Okay, so with the ceremonial, what is this? Oh, cremation ground meditation, number 6. I feel that, again, your ancestors are telling you that you're going through a rebirth period. You're going through a rebirth period. Okay, you're coming out of this completely brand new. I'm also being told that you need to focus on meditation and focus on visualizing your new life, visualizing what you want to experience in this new life. I think you're going to go through a lot of realizations during this period, number 6. Okay, we also have the ring here for you, number 6. This speaks all about connection. So I feel that with your ancestors, I feel that they're telling you that you need to connect with other people. Okay, when you're having such symptoms of like anxiety and depression, you can shy away from people. Maybe that's why people were feeling like you're acting kind of odd, you're acting out of character. You might be shying away from society. So I feel that your ancestors are telling you to deeply connect with the world around you. Okay, I believe this card also talks about connecting with the world around you as well, connecting with nature. Okay, so get out and connect to people. When I was experiencing high levels of anxiety, depersonalization, derealization symptoms, it was the most scariest time of my life. But I really truly believe that was my initiation, that was my last, or that was my initiation into the work that I'm doing now. And it was the scariest thing, even just connecting with people and connecting with my physical environment. I suggest that you guys go out into nature and connect with nature, whether it's just sitting at the beach or sitting in a park. Connect with people there. Be outside and connect with the world. Don't shy away from it. It's really what's going to help you, bring you out of the dark, is being connected with others. Okay, we are all connected here. So really get clear on what you want this new life to be, because you are creating it from this point forward. Okay, with this open book. So get really clear with this open book card. Get really clear with this new life. Okay, this new life, because this old life is dying, and that's why you're freaking out right now, because this is going away. Okay, get clear on the vision of what you want to experience, what you want your life to be. Okay, number 6, because you guys have big things to do in the world. You're awakening. You are awakening, and this is, oh my God, okay, clearly this is the messenger card. You are a messenger. Clearly you are a messenger, number 6. And that could be a message for some of you guys out here, that you are meant to tell what has happened to you. Okay, you are meant to kind of stand up and speak and tell your story and be an open book, so people can begin to heal, so more people can begin to wake up. But it's going to take you connecting with others. Don't shy away from others. Connect with others for your own healing, and you will come out of this completely brand new. Okay? Number 6. Let's see. What are the next messages? What are the other messages from the ancestors? What are they trying to relay? Ooh, okay. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. There is tremendous discomfort right now, and you're going to continue to feel it, but there is a deeper meaning to all of this. Life is not comfortable. Sometimes can be comfortable, but it's not all about being comfortable. That is not reality. That's insanity if people think it's all about staying positive. Just stay positive. Just think positive. Dive deeper into your negative thoughts and release them. Okay? They are a part of you. They are a part of your reality. They're part of this reality. Okay? Your shadow self is there. It's time to stop ignoring him or her. It's time to really open up and become one. It says here, this next one is, the oneness is my true nature. So you need to become one with your darkness, okay, that you've been suppressing. This could be childhood trauma. This can be just, it's childhood trauma. It's time to really dive deep into your childhood and your inner child. And it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable, but there's growth there, that it takes us being uncomfortable. If growth was easy and kumbaya and positive, we wouldn't, there's lessons here in the discomfort. There's lessons here in the growth. It's not about feeling comfortable all the time, sadly, unfortunately, But I think when you come out of this, number 6, you're going to realize that, you're going to realize how strong you are and how powerful your story is. Okay, so the last message from your ancestors was to get to become one with yourself, right? And it says, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Wow. My faith has the power. You have to have faith. You know, you have to have faith that you have the power to heal yourself. Okay, to take this trauma and turn it to healing. When I was in my darkness, I did not think that I was going to come out of it. But I had the tiniest faith that my future was going to be different than this. I ain't going to stay like this forever. I'm not going to be depressed and full of anxiety 24/7 forever. That is not my reality. I'm going to have to bleep that out. But I had to really have faith that I was going to turn this trauma of what happened to me as a child and turn it into healing, okay? This conflict that you're having with yourself or with others, you're going to turn that into growth. This is all going to help you grow, number 6. I promise you. Your ancestors are telling you this, okay? And fear into love, okay? You're going to see that you're going to take all of this fear that you've been feeling forever, that you could have been suppressing, that you felt as a child, and it's going to be transmuted into love. Okay, that's what your ancestors are telling you. Okay, it's going to be transmuted into love. Believe, have faith. All right. So number 6, that is all of your messages from your ancestors. I hope that this reading has given you insight. I hope that it's given you, I hope it's resonated. Let me know what all of this is all about, what has hit home. Let me know down below in the comments, okay? And check out The Strange Haven if you want to know more about what I'm about, okay? Check out thestrangehaven.com, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.